What if humanity's origins were hidden in tablets buried beneath the sands of ancient Mesopotamia? What if the world's oldest civilization recorded a story about powerful beings from the heavens? A rebellion that changed history? And the creation of mankind itself? For decades, some researchers have claimed that ancient texts reveal a shocking secret. A 144,000-year strike. Powerful beings called the Anunnaki. And a hidden story about why humanity was created. But is any of it true? Or have modern interpretations transformed ancient myths into something their original authors never intended? Tonight, we investigate one of the most controversial stories ever connected to human origins. Thank you very much for your support. Before we dive into the main story, please kindly follow our page, like, comment and share. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell notification button for more interesting video like this. The first civilization. Long before the pyramids. Long before Rome. Long before Greece. In the fertile lands between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers emerged the civilization of Sumer. Its cities rose thousands of years ago. Its scribes developed writing. Its temples reached toward the sky. And its priests recorded stories that would influence human civilization for millennia. Among these stories appeared powerful divine beings known as the Anunnaki. The name would eventually become one of the most controversial words in alternative history. But who were they really? In authentic Sumerian mythology, the Anunnaki were divine beings associated with the heavens, the earth, and the underworld. They were not described as astronauts. They were not described as extraterrestrials. They were gods within the religious worldview of ancient Mesopotamia. Their stories were preserved on clay tablets written thousands of years ago. To the people of Sumer, these were sacred accounts explaining the world around them. The gods controlled nature. The gods determined destiny. The gods shaped civilization. But one myth would later inspire a modern controversy unlike anything historians expected. One of the most famous Mesopotamian stories appears in the Akkadian epic known as Atrahasis. According to the myth, lesser divine beings performed exhausting labor. They dug canals. They maintained the world. They worked endlessly. Eventually, these beings rebelled. They went on strike against the higher gods. The myth describes a dramatic confrontation. The workers refused to continue. The divine order was in crisis. Something had to change. And that is when the story takes a remarkable turn. According to the ancient myth, humanity was created to take over labor responsibilities. The gods fashioned human beings from clay mixed with divine essence. Humans would perform work. Humans would maintain civilization. Humans would free the gods from endless labor. To modern audiences, this sounds extraordinary. But within ancient mythology, it served as an explanation for why people worked, farmed, and built societies. It was a religious explanation for human existence. Yet thousands of years later, this story would be reinterpreted in a completely different way. In the 20th century, author Zecharia Sitchin proposed a controversial interpretation. He argued that the Anunnaki were not gods. They were extraterrestrial visitors. According to his theory, they came from a hidden planet called Nibiru. He suggested that humanity was genetically engineered as a labor force. He connected this theory to various ancient myths and astronomical claims. His books became worldwide bestsellers. Millions of people encountered the Anunnaki through his writings. And suddenly an ancient myth became one of the most famous alternative history theories in the world. Here is the twist most people never hear. The overwhelming majority of professional historians, archaeologists, Assyriologists, and linguists reject Sitchin's interpretations. Experts argue that his translations differ significantly from accepted readings of the ancient texts. Many scholars state that the original tablets do not describe extraterrestrial visitors. They do not mention genetic engineering. And they do not support many of the claims associated with the modern Anunnaki narrative. In other words, the version most people know today may not be the version found in the original ancient records. One of the most repeated claims online involves a supposed 144,000-year strike or timeline. Supporters of alternative history theories connect enormous ancient timescales with the Anunnaki story. But historians point out that Mesopotamian mythology often used symbolic or extremely large numbers. Ancient king lists contain reigns lasting thousands of years. These numbers were often theological or symbolic rather than historical. The controversy remains fierce. Believers see hidden truths. Scholars see mythology and symbolism. The debate continues. Why does the Anunnaki story remain so popular? Because it touches humanity's deepest questions. Where did we come from? Why are we here? Did ancient civilizations know something we have forgotten? Could myths preserve fragments of lost history? Or do they reveal how our ancestors understood the world? The mystery keeps returning because the questions themselves never disappear. The hidden fact isn't that archaeologists discovered evidence of extraterrestrial gods. They haven't. The hidden fact is that the world's oldest myths continue influencing modern culture thousands of years after they were written. Ancient stories created in Sumer still inspire books, documentaries, debates, podcasts, and investigations today. That alone is remarkable. The power of these myths has survived empires, invasions, religions, and millennia of history. Some people believe the Anunnaki theory reveals a hidden chapter of human history. Others argue it misrepresents ancient civilizations and ignores established scholarship. Both sides agree on one thing. The mystery captures the imagination. And until every ancient tablet is translated and every archaeological site explored, new questions will continue to emerge. Beneath the deserts of Iraq and neighboring lands, thousands of cuneiform tablets remain untranslated. Many are broken. Many are incomplete. Many have never been fully studied. Some may contain forgotten myths. Others may reveal lost details about ancient civilizations. And perhaps somewhere among them lies a story no modern person has ever read. A story waiting for its voice to be heard again after thousands of years. But here's the question. If tomorrow archaeologists discovered a tablet that completely changed our understanding of the Anunnaki, would it confirm the ancient myths? Would it support the modern theories? Or would it reveal something nobody has imagined? Comment your thoughts below. Do you think the Anunnaki were purely mythological gods? Or do you believe there is still a hidden chapter of history waiting to be uncovered? And don't forget to subscribe for more ancient mysteries, lost civilizations, hidden history, and the stories that continue to challenge everything we think we know about the ancient world. Thank you for watching. For more videos like this, please follow our page, like, comment and share. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting historic fact videos.